Welcome to the Algebra 1 Structure and Method textbook series. This lesson is written based on Chapter 3, Section 6, which is problem solving using charts. In today's lesson, we're going to work on organizing facts from a word problem into a chart. This is a rare occasion, but you really don't need a lot other than your real-world knowledge. So let's get going with the lesson. For our warm-up, we have some multi-step equations that need to be solved. I'm sure you can do this on, so pause the video and restart when you're ready to check your answers. I'll show the answers now. If you had some trouble here, I do really recommend going backwards for some review. You'll really need to be able to solve equations to finish chart problems. Shall we get started on some charts? Okay, so word problems can often be organized into a chart, and it can be a helpful problem-solving strategy. For example, we're given the beginning of a problem. A roll of carpet 9 feet wide is 20 feet longer than a roll of carpet 12 feet wide. We can organize this into a chart in two ways. For both, roll 1 is 9 feet wide, and roll 2 is 12 feet wide. However, we can choose which length we start with. So let's say that we choose roll 1 to have a length of L, then that means that roll 2 will have a length of L minus 20. On the other hand, let's say we give roll 2 the length of L, then that means that roll 1 will have a length of L plus 20. In example 2, we need to find the number of calories in an apple and a pear, and we have the following information. A pear contains 30 more calories than an apple, and 10 apples have as many calories as 7 pears. First, let's set up a table to hold our information. This is a total calories problem, so the columns will be calories per fruit times the number of each fruit, which equals the total calories. This concerns calorie counts for apples and pears, so let's add that in as categories. A pear contains 30 more calories than an apple. So if an apple has A calories, then pear has A plus 30. 10 apples have as many calories as 7 pears, so I have 10 apples and 7 pears. I'll multiply across to get 10A and 7 times A plus 30. And then these two things should equal each other. So 10A equals 7 times the quantity A plus 30. And then I can solve from there. Now, once I get to my apples, I shouldn't forget to also calculate the calories in my pears. Great job today. We used the chart for our word problem today, so I think the big question is, can you think of other word problems that would be helpful when put into a chart? Turn and chat with your classmate, and I'll see you in the next lesson.